Conquering ourselves is something I think we all need to attempt in this life. Kill yourself. Not literally, of course, but figuratively. Kill the ego, the sense of self and desire that drives you. Once you've done that, you're free. Well, almost. The next thing you need is discipline. Without that, you're a cart without a horse, a car with no gas. Discipline is what gives you legs to your newfound perspective. Your emotions will run you if you let them. But discipline will carry you to your heart's deepest desires. But why do any of this? Why do I even bring it up? Well, when I was in college, I pretty much followed the cultural narrative I was given. Study, keep my GPA high, occasionally party on the weekend. Throw in a few midnight rendezvous and you've got yourself your own personalized college experience. Except, well, it isn't personal. It's more or less the same as everyone else's experience. And the more I contemplated and reflected on my life and my choices up to that point, the more I began to critique them. These weren't my choices. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't even really like drinking all that much. It was all right. And casual sex, well, let's just say my time and energy could have been spent better. I was doing these things because they were the typical. They were the norm. They were my culture. And I had never really taken the time to analyze them critically. Why was I doing what I was doing? I put that question on hold long enough to graduate, and soon found myself on a plane to Southeast Asia. I still can't really tell you why. Maybe I felt that whatever it was I was hoping to find, I'd find it there, as far away as physically possible from where I was raised and forged. I ended up staying there for half a year, until the beginning of 2016. And during my time abroad, it was as if my life changed at an exponential rate. The amount of change, both externally and internally, that I experienced in months back home, I would experience in the span of a few days while traveling. I felt like a new person, free from the narrative of my home culture. I was able, for the first time in my life, to take a fresh look at myself and see what I truly was. Who was behind the curtain? Who was me? And what was just vestiges of my programming? Traveling does that to you. You can only bring so much with you. The same is true for your personality. The parts of you that weren't really all that important, you leave behind. You realize you never really needed them to begin with. And so, you change. And I would argue for the better. So where am I now? I'm back home in Los Angeles, and while I feel like so much has changed in the last 6 months personally, everything here is more or less as I remembered. Nothing's different. That can be both comforting and terrifying at times. I grew accustomed to changing environments and circumstances while abroad. The monotony of America just can't compare. And so what does the future hold for me? I'm not entirely certain. Maybe I like it that way. It lets me keep some of that uncertainty and fear I felt while traveling. And whatever comes next for me, I'll know that I'll be able to make those decisions informed and consciously, at least much more than before I left. And that alone makes all of it worthwhile. Until next time.